Insta360 just released their newest camera, the Go Ultra, which means the DJI Pocket 3 might have some competition as the best family video camera. Let's see how they stack up. Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Zach. I'm a photographer and videographer, but more important than that, I'm a husband and a father. And the DJI Pocket 3 has been my go-to family video camera since I got it over a year and a half ago. But Insta360 just released their newest camera, the Go Ultra, and this thing is amazing. Now, I have had the Go lineup before. I've had the Go 3S and I love it. I've kept it in my bag. Actually, both that and the Pocket 3 have lived in my bag the past year. But they have improved upon a few things in the Ultra and given a few new additional features that the Go 3S doesn't have. While the Go 3S is still a phenomenal camera, there's some new things here. And I just want to see how these two stack up against each other. Now, to be clear, I am not going to be doing this comparison in such a way to tell you which one wins or not. This camera was sent to me by Insta360, so I'm going to be doing this comparison by stacking up these cameras against each other, giving you the facts, and allowing you to decide what camera you will purchase and why you think that might be. I'm just here to give you the facts. So let's start with the big question of what are these cameras? Well, the DJI Pocket 3 is a go-to vlogging camera. I would say it's definitely not a professional camera, but it feels higher quality than some other just action cameras out there. With the gimbal, with the 1-inch sensor, the D-Log-M, it really makes filming family life easy and cinematic. So this is a great camera for those who want to vlog, who want to document family life, content creators, YouTubers, anything like that. The Insta360 Go Ultra is honestly kind of a vlog camera, kind of a POV camera, and kind of an action camera. It's kind of three cameras baked into one. It looks like your traditional action camera, but of course, it separates into two pieces, meaning that this can become your POV piece, putting it on the hat mount, the chest mount, a ton of other different places, while this can monitor the camera. This means it gives you a lot more flexibility than something like the Pocket 3. This camera, I would say, is also great for content creators, great for vloggers, great for documenting family life. But more than the Pocket 3, it can also be used as an action camera. So if you're doing sports or something that requires a little bit of durability, this can fit those needs. Now, when it comes to specs, these cameras line up pretty well against each other. Both cameras can shoot 4K 60. The Pocket 3 has a 1-inch sensor, while the Ultra has a 1/128-inch sensor. So the sensor size is a little smaller. That means that your low light performance might be a little less, but that's okay. When it comes to stabilization, obviously there is a difference here because the Pocket 3 has a gimbal attached to it, so it's doing all of its stabilization through the gimbal, not having to use the sensor at all, while the Ultra is going to have to use internal digital stabilization to stabilize your footage. So that may lessen the quality just a little bit, and you might see that more in low light. The audio quality of these cameras match up pretty well. Both cameras have a low light performance mode, with the DJI having just their low light mode and the Insta360 having their pure video mode. And then each camera has some unique offerings that the other one doesn't. The Pocket 3, you can film in D-Log-M, giving you that flat color profile, which gives you more flexibility in your color editing. The Insta360 has some really cool features, my favorite being the interval filming, which allows you to decide how often you want the camera to film and for how long, and it just makes filming POV, filming family life so simple. The next thing that we should look at is size and concealability, because when it comes to family life and documenting family life, being out in public, sometimes it can feel awkward documenting life. So that is one of those things that I constantly think about, and I've had other people ask me about. So when you look at these two cameras, obviously there is a pretty big size difference. The Pocket 3 is definitely bigger than the Go Ultra, and especially if you take this out of the action pod, now you really have a big size difference here. Now, I will say that this is the Pocket 3 in its smallest configuration, so they are a little bit, but obviously the Pocket 3 is still bigger. For me, I need it to be a little bit bigger to give myself a better grip, so I have this tripod attachment, and this feels great in my hand. When I hold it like this, it's actually still pretty concealable. Most of the time when I'm out filming, people don't notice it, or if they do notice it, they have no idea what it is, so they don't think much about it. The Go Ultra I think it depends on how you're using it. When we were out filming with our family, I did use it just like this, holding it up, filming, and that's really not that noticeable. It's very small, very concealable, but this isn't the most comfortable grip for me, so I actually would put this on a selfie stick and film that way, and I think when you have it on a selfie stick, it definitely is more noticeable. But maybe you're not gonna use a selfie stick. Maybe you're just gonna use the mounts, and when you use the mounts, you can use the necklace mount, which just attaches to your shirt, and you can also use the hat mount. Again, they're noticeable. You're gonna see them, but they're actually still pretty concealable too. Realistically, I think these stack up well against each other. They both have their pros, they both have their cons, but I mean, they're both super tiny. These aren't like the big cameras that our dads used to walk around with. They're both small cameras that you can conceal pretty easily and feel comfortable using in public. Next is mounting these cameras and using them hands-free. Now, this is an area that I think the Go Ultra has a big advantage over the Pocket 3 because in all reality, the Pocket 3 isn't necessarily meant to be a mountable camera. Yes, you can get mounts for it. Yes, you can get suction cup mounts and mounts to attach it to other accessories and things like that. But realistically, this is meant to be a handheld vlogging camera. The Go Ultra, honestly, is more so meant to be a hands-free camera. And so the mounting options on this are just amazing. When you buy the Go Ultra, you get the necklace mount, which allows you to mount the camera right to your chest. You also get the hat clip mount, which you can put onto a hat and attach just like that. And that makes filming hands-free so easy. There is not realistically an easy way to attach this camera to myself and film hands-free. If I want a POV look, I have to use the Go Ultra. I can't really use this. Now, I will say though, one thing that the DJI Pocket 3 has that the Go Ultra doesn't have is this does have auto tracking. So if I'm filming my kids, if I'm playing with my kids, I can set the camera down and I can turn on the auto tracking mode. And because of the gimbal, the camera will follow me. This is not something that you have on the Go Ultra, obviously, because it does not have a gimbal. It can't just move around. But I still think if you're wanting to use it hands-free, this is definitely the more simple option and gives you a better look. I shot an event with this past weekend, put it on my chest mount, and filmed for like 20 minutes because I forgot that I had it on. I forgot to stop the recording. So it really is something that's just able to go hands-free. Next is durability. So again, I think that this offers more durability than the Pocket 3 for multiple reasons. I mean, when you look at the Pocket 3, there are massive benefits about having a gimbal camera. There's also massive downsides because if this gimbal gets damaged or broken, the entire camera is done for. Along with that, your screen could get damaged really easily and your lens is not interchangeable. So I keep a filter on there to protect my lens, but if that gets scratched or cracked, you're done for. This is not meant to be an action camera. And so that means filming family life, I don't always get to get shots that I want with this. I don't trust my kids to use this camera yet. Even tonight, my daughter was trying to use it and I was like, I don't know if I really want to trust you using it. I can't use this around water. I can't use this in sports or activities like that because it could get damaged and I don't want to break it. I have no worry about doing that with the Ultra because this camera is an action camera. It can get wet, it can be thrown around, it can be tossed. It actually is like one of their selling features is that you can mount it to your child and let them run around with it. So realistically, filming family life, I feel a lot more comfortable with this camera. I can give this camera just like this to my daughter and not worry. Next thing to talk about is ease of use because a lot of times a lot of parents out there who might be thinking about getting one of these cameras may not be professional videographers. So we want something that is easy to use and easy to make videos of. I think both of these cameras are great options. Their user interface is really easy. Honestly, it's really similar, even from like the way they lay out their screens, the way that they have their settings set up. They're very, very similar and they're very easy for novices to use. I will say, I have handed both of these cameras to different people who've never used them before, just to kind of see you know, how easy is it for someone to use? I think more people I've noticed struggle with the Pocket 3 than they do with the Ultra. I don't know if that's just because this is like, looks like a traditional action camera. I'm not really sure, but I've noticed that, you know, people struggle more with this, or they don't know how to use a gimbal, so their shot isn't always aligned. But I think that this also, with its hands-free mounting and its interval filming, offers some unique ways to make the usability of it super easy. And then let's talk about price, because that is a huge point for families out there. The Go Ultra starts at $499. That is for the base model. You get this camera with the action pod, with the hat mount, and the necklace mount. If you want the most expensive package, that's the family bundle, which is pretty cool. The family bundle is something they actually create, and that adds a few more additional accessories, and that comes in at $559 if you get the SD card thrown in there as well. You can also get tons of other accessories for this, different things to add on. So realistically, your price could go up as you continue to add things on. But you could add on a bunch of accessories even with that family bundle before you even reach the base price of the Pocket 3, because this camera on its own, just like this, comes in at $799. Now, it used to be cheaper. Tariffs made this thing go up in price, but this thing is expensive. And if you want this in the creator combo where you get the extended battery life, you get the tripod, you get the mic, you get the filter, that's gonna be another $140 to $150. So you're looking at about $950 for the creator combo. I personally do not recommend getting the creator combo. I think if you're going to get the Pocket 3, then just have a, you know, little external power bank, get a tripod like this, and that's all you really need. But this is definitely a heftier price than the Go Ultra. Now, I do think both of these are actually fairly well priced for what they are, but there is a massive price difference between them. So there you have it. There is the Go Ultra versus the Pocket 3, both fantastic cameras. I personally am going to be keeping both in my bag and using them very often. I recognize that not everybody can have both of these cameras or afford to buy both of these cameras. I'm very thankful to Insta360 for sending me this camera, but I love both of these cameras. I think they're great options, whichever one you go with. If you want to buy the Go Ultra, I would love it if you use my affiliate link down below. That would be a huge support of this channel. If you like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next video. That was weird. I don't know why I did that.